Round two against another Delver deck. Well, it's a little iffy to keep a hand with the Inferno Titan in it, but I think this is good enough. Okay, not a bad start from him. Yeah, I think we'll try to accelerate a bit. Okay. Missed one time, so that's not so bad for us. Obviously, when they play it turn 1 and flip it turn 2, it's the worst. So when it's my turn, I'm going to have a couple options. I'm going to be able to turn my bird into a 2-drop for 4 life. But that's not even that exciting, really. Ooh, that's bad. Alright, well, forget that plan. Yeah, this is going horribly. Yep, as I've mentioned previously, it's just hard to win when they have the early Delver plan. I mean, yeah, it's basically the same for any deck, but for us, we just oh wow, really? Huh? I should wow, that's unexpected. Oh wow, we are just absolutely going insane lucky this game. I guess he might have. Let me check his ponder. Okay, he kept with intentionally missing twice. That's odd. It's possible he wanted to draw the gut shot and his other two were misses and that's all he could do. Well, I suppose even if he flipped them, I would have top decked Bonfire and still killed them. Granted, I would be at 4 less life. What? That's not very good. Why would he play Snapcaster there? Okay, Restoration Angel would be a good reason to play Snapcaster there. So that would be the card I'm going to play around. I mean, we know doesn't have a leak. It's impossible for him to have a leak this turn. So Huntmaster into I can't really get anything useful. I could Snapcaster into Exarch into Huntmaster. I mean, that's probably what I want to do. The only reason not to do that would be to save this to copy his Restoration Angel. And that's not that bad, actually. And especially since we could just cast this and pass. Or we could at least turn the wolf into a 1-drop. Nah, it's probably not even worth it for 2 life. And yeah, the 5-drops are actually worse than Huntmaster right now, so just play Huntmaster pass. Then, if he plays Restoration Angel and nothing else changes, then we get to do some stuff. Get to copy our Huntmaster, or copy his Angel, blink our Huntmaster, then sacrifice one of them to find. Well, that depends. I'm feeling like he might have a sword. So we could find slime. Or we could just find Silverheart, I guess. Make him have Vapor Snag. Yeah, Silverheart is just really, really bad against Snag. Okay, he's gonna attack with Snapcaster. I will block. Or not. We go to 9 here. That's fine. Drawing Zenith gives me a lot of options actually, but I think this is probably still the best one. Yeah, I could Zenith for Geist, turn that into a couple different things, but I would rather just play this. And then go fetch something new. And I could have attacked first, but it's really not worth it if he has Restoration Angel. I would actually probably just lose the game flat out. If he has Snag or Snapcaster Snag, that's also pretty good right here. Maybe, yeah, no, I still had to make this play, I think. Now I could go get a 1-drop, sack it for another image and another Restoration Angel. Is there anything better? My 5-drops once again are pretty bad. Getting Silverheart. Well, I guess he proved to us he doesn't have a snag. I think he would have had to play it here. And I guess he could just be planning on snagging the Restoration Angel. So maybe he could have one. But I suppose if we make him snag Silverheart, that's still better for us than him snagging the Restoration Angel. Or we could just have another Huntmaster and another Restoration Angel. Yeah, that seems best. It gives us the most amount of board presence, which is pretty key against Delver. And if he neglects to play a spell, then we're gonna win pretty easily. Was another Restoration Angel, so he's gonna gut shot one of our angels, and I'm gonna be pretty happy that I do have 2 of them. And I guess he could pass here without playing a spell, still not be dead yet. Though it would be very close to being dead. Oh, best possible top deck, except for Snapcaster. Alright then, I'm in trouble. Well, that's very helpful. So I get to gain 2 more life, get another angel, and then have the option of getting a 5-drop instead of Huntmaster. Or I could just get a birds. I think a birds is actually what I want at this point. I would have to pay 2 life though for one of these effects. If I get a bird, I could cast Inferno Titan next turn. And if I also manage to flip this at the same time, then I get to kill one of the Restoration Angels. Huh, but that would put me at 2. Yeah, 2 is correct, I think. Yep, I'd be at 2. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the risk. Being at 2 gives him too many outs. And I could always just draw a land to play the Inferno Titan with. And of course, if he plays a spell, then it doesn't even matter. So we'll do this, and I'm going to attack first. So he has to have 1 turn without a spell. And then I draw a land. And that would clear this game out, I think. And I have a lot of other outs that aren't lands. A Zenith into Orgeist. A Zenith Orgeist would give me plenty of other options. Him being at 13 might actually just put him dead if he attacks, and he did attack. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage on board. No, I guess not. If I got a Conscripts with Restoration Angel, still only puts him at 1. And that, of course, would stop everything from happening here. Not too good of a draw. So I attack with everything, that's for sure. Then I get a birds probably, and then that's it. Yeah, that's fine. Or no, I don't attack with this. Everything except for this, very obviously. And he probably blocks because this dies to the Huntmaster. Though I guess he could go for the win here by not blocking. But I mean, I would have to play a spell for that to happen. So by taking it, he would prevent me from playing a spell, which could be logic enough to take it. Though I don't know if there's actually a spell that'd be better here than getting a bird and flipping at the same time. All right. He's at 7. Yeah, I don't want to just lose this to get a Conscripts, because then, like, I would lose to Snapcaster Vapor Snag, I think. If I just place Inferno Titan here, I think, well, first I get to see if he has Leak, then if he doesn't, he's just dead. I think. I can do the math in a second if it resolves. I'm gonna go, let's see. If I 3 to his face, and let's say he has snag, he would easily survive that. And I would, in fact, lose if I attacked with the angel. Oh, well, he had leak. So... I could attack with the Ravager, which would probably trade with an angel. Then what's my plan from there? Yeah, I can't pay 2 life here. I can't do it. Just gives him too many outs. So do I trade with an angel or not? That's the question. Keeping this guy around does give me a bit of extra value. Like if he draws a Snapcaster, or if I just play Slime and draw a spell also. And I could also sack this to get Silverheart, have an 8/8 Trampler. So I think, yeah, it's just better to keep it around. I suppose there is a downside that I didn't really discuss, and that would be Vapor Snag. I would die if he drew a Vapor Snag if I didn't attack here. It's actually a pretty big reason to attack. Yeah, that kind of eliminates the Snapcaster reason, because I would die if he drew a Snapcaster. So I guess I'll be changing my plan this time around. The difference now being that I have other options with my pod. Yeah, I can get another bird now, which would mean I survive a Vapor Snag. Is there still nothing I can search for? Slime, Silverheart, nope. Slime's in my hand. I mean, conscripts. Let's see, well, okay, if I was just dead to Vapor Snag, then he can't have Vapor Snag. So if I get conscripts, he is dead. Any other outs he could have? Restoration Angel is one of them. Could I survive if that was the case? His restorations both block, well, one of them blocks my restoration, the other one blocks the conscripts. He goes to 1, and what if I got a Geist? Oh, no, I wouldn't be able to get a Geist. So he would go to 1, and I would certainly die. I think that's a chance I have to take. Just the 2-outer. It's much more likely he drew... Well, what other cards could he have drawn? Any creature he plays, any snag or a Snapcaster he plays, any card draw spell he plays, any sword he plays. It's only a land he would not play. So, putting him on a land, and I'm going to try and kill him. That's what I'm going to do. Yep, just 2-outer. I could have played it safe and just fetched up a bird and maybe attacked with this, because I feel like I'm drawing better than he is once I'm at that point. I have more outs, but I felt like a 2-outer is pretty low odds, so I'll just take my chance. Okay, so usual boarding. I'm still contemplating these. I just don't know what to cut. I feel like they actually would be good, because they shore up the easiest ways that I could lose the game. Um, you know, Aether Adept could be a possible cut. Like potting for that is obviously fine, but if I have pod action going like that, then I can get something else, and it's hopefully going to be almost as good. But the point is that I just can't. I'm not in that situation very often, but when I am, I'm usually winning. So I'm going to do that real fast. Do another Zenith also. I'm going to try that out. Two-lander is not what I want in this matchup. But yeah, I can't even cast this Geist. But I can search for a bird, and I'm on the draw, so... And I have pod, so I'm going to keep this. It's a chancy one. Turn 1 Cavern. That's got to be a bad sign for him. Good sign for me. So that means he doesn't have any blue mana. Or he could have Glacial. So maybe it's not so bad. And then he flips his Delver. And he plays a Probe that he didn't play on turn 1. That's, I'd say it's pretty bad. Just mostly because it gives you a chance of drawing an island. So now we can assume he drew island off Probe, followed by anything. Could be anything. I'm gonna get Lanny here. I already have a blue and a red, and I might want to block Snapcaster at some point. Of course, if he aggroes me out like that, I obviously have no options. If he has a leak here, that'll be pretty funny. Just a pretty big blowout. Alright, no leak. I get to block maybe. Another snag maybe. It's really going to be interesting to see what happens to Delver when Vapor Snag and Ponder both rotate. It'll be interesting. And I guess they could get some new goodies from Ravnica. Well, I'm not technically dead, but I feel like conceding. Yeah, it turns out Arc Trail would have been pretty good in this game. Yeah, maybe I've been wrong to not board in Arc Trails. But is Aether Adept and a Zenith, is that correct? I don't know. I think it is, actually. I think I've been messing up every time against Delver until now. Still not technically dead. But yeah, I think I'm on no outs, so... Now I'm just considering the third Arc Trail and if that's actually correct also. I think 2 might actually be correct, because like I said ways back, they don't usually have the Delver draw. It doesn't happen that often. So when they don't have it, the Arc Trail is not too exciting. So 2 copies might be okay. And then I still have the Vines and the Spider. Yeah, I think the being able to draw Arc Trail to deal with the Delver is better than having the option of searching for Aether Adept to deal with the Delver. Sure. Can't turn 2 as a Geist, but that's not too big of a deal with this hand. Some awkward mana draws. Alright, survive the turn 1 flip. So far, so good. Okay, this is gonna be troublesome. Yeah, all I can do is Geist go. I could attack, but I feel like I'm better off not trying to race here. Like, this prevents him from attacking if he doesn't flip them. And that saves me 2 points later on when he does flip them. I mean, he could obviously snag, but at least I'm forcing him to snag instead of just attacking and letting him do whatever he wants. He just played Thoughtscour on me, which is techie. There is logic behind that in this matchup. You can get rid of like one of my targets with Pod. He apparently misclicked instead, but yeah, it's definitely worse than doing yourself because you have so many ways to take advantage of that. But on the off chance you hit like a spider or something, then I'm without a spider, can't Pod for spider, or conscripts or something like that. Can't Zenith for spider if he hits it. Yeah, I have to play Huntmaster here. I could search for Daybreak, actually, but I think I'm better off playing Huntmaster. And then, as long as he doesn't flip these, I'm okay. But if he does, I might have to take some damage, but then I can search for Spider. Like, Daybreak would really get me Vapor snagged pretty poorly. So I'll save this for Spider, just go with Huntmaster. If he flips him, I take some damage, but I still make him play spells every turn at the very least. And then I can get Spider in a turn. Also could have attacked with this time. I just kind of forgot. Yeah, that would have been very helpful actually to race if he did flip these. Okay. 2 life, huh? I have options now. I can Huntmaster Bird, or I could play around Leak, and at the same time just flip this. Well, there's not really any point in playing around Leak because I'm gonna eventually play into it. I don't know. Actually, I could. I could play around it if I had Bird this turn, but that wouldn't let me try to flip this. And that's something. Actually, did he miss a land drop? He did. If he missed a land drop, it's pretty unlikely that he doesn't have a spell to play here. And he didn't have a Leak last turn, and he's had 2 chances to draw one, and he hasn't. So he could have drawn one. But I'm going to take the chance here. This also makes it much easier for me to attack with like Wolf and Geist. Oh, Mental Misstep. That's pretty bad. I suppose he could board that in, and that would be justified. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with Geist. Jeez. So I'm going to 16 for sure. Then I have to decide on these. Well, okay, so he doesn't have a Leak. So I'm going to be getting Spider for sure. And then he's just can't attack at all. So I'll take the damage. Take it all. Well, I guess he could attack if he has another Snapcaster or Vapor Snag. So I still need to play conservatively. And I guess he could even have Restoration Angel now. So maybe no attack at all. If he has Restoration Angel, I guess I would lose a Huntmaster, but I would force him to not be able to Vapor Snag. No, it's not worth it. Yep, I'm passing. With these 2 Huntmasters in play, I have the advantage if we go longer, so do not want to sacrifice the late game. Alright, he conceded here, so... Well, like, you can obviously tell his hand is very bad. It's possible he had no spells, and that would definitely be a reason to concede. So, now we're 1-1, and certainly I figured out that Arc Trail is good against Delver, after all.